The next distribution partner I'm going to invite to the stage is Elements, Jake Spence, who's been a pleasure to work with as he's really kind of pushed Kinetic to the next level on a few different development projects.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Jake Spence. I am the Director of Operations for the DIRTT department at Elements in Denver, Colorado. And I met the Kinetic team back in February, March this year. And it was a really opportune time for us at Elements. We're experiencing some unprecedented growth in the Denver market, and to be able to keep pace with that success, we realized we needed to invest in not only talent and in employees, but also try to improve our internal processes. And so having found this, I was actively looking for some project management type software, online collaboration. I know there's quite a few different types out there, but because this is directed more towards the DIRTT product, it seemed to make a lot of sense. Morgan asked me today to speak on a couple different specific topics, how internal communications have improved since implementing Kinetic, and how Kinetic has recently helped our new employees succeed. Excuse me for a second here. As you've already heard today, the online collaboration tool Kinetic is a single point of organized file management and communication, among other things. And having gone live with it since then, I can say we truly spend a lot less time searching through emails, reading emails, hunting through our file servers on our local network, looking for what hopefully is the most recent ICE design file. Instead of now we're sharing that critical project information through the comprehensive cloud-based interface. Implementing Kinetic has given us the ability to immediately take advantage of their standardized formatting of projects internally within the department, but also externally with folks like you and our subcontractors, the GCs, the clients. Our order entry communication and deficiency resolution process is much faster now and more concise. There is less potential for lost knowledge because it's being captured in a familiar place, shared real time by all. Ultimately, we know this means less errors, less margin erosion, and more credibility with our clients. These are the types of, still the same types of files and forms, the information that we used to use, right, traditionally as a DIRTT partner, but now they're in a more organized, better laid out fashion that's logical and easier to use, as opposed to the disjointed, more manual type of way that we used to work with the files and emails and on the server and such. I have a quick graphic here that I wanted to share with you all. This is a pseudo org chart, if you will. It kind of shows a snapshot of our DIRTT department and Elements that I use to work with and show the owners and help myself still just kind of organize the department from a roles and responsibility perspective. And I realized as I was putting this together how Kinetic, the different little purple nodes there represent, or the blue and purple nodes represent Kinetic in that vein of communication flow from sales down through design into project coordination, into installation or project management, even down to our installation crews, whether subcontracted or in-house. And then even outwards toward the client, towards the GC, we've talked about how we can share this information with them. It helps legitimize what we're doing in their world. It shows the client the progress we're making. And then back to you folks too in the order entry side of things, the deficiency side of things. This kind of now runs within the whole organization as a new communication type style that is much more organized, right, and less disjointed. Second, I wanted to speak real quickly about how this is helping our new employees succeed. Elements recently has grown in the DIRTT department crew, and because Kinetic's easy to navigate web page format, its inherent flow of tabs and tools is used. The natural progression of projects is laid out in front of them like a dashboard. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's an automatic training module, but it works pretty well that way. The fundamental parts and pieces of a project are presented in such a way, laid out from inception to completion, that really the employees, whether they're new to DIRTT or new to our company, can get off and running towards qualifying new sales opportunities, capturing design details, preparing the files for order entry, reporting status of installation, and so on, all in a real collaborative, real-time manner that thank you, that lets us focus less on finding what we need to do and going to do what we need to do. This is another graphic that I put together too, just to help myself organize my thoughts. This is a life of a project in DIRTT for our distribution partnership at Elements, and this is constantly changing and growing. I'm adding little offshoots of things that we realize that we need to capture here and illustrate. But for new employees and even existing employees, I can sit down with them and walk through these steps, the roles and responsibilities with them, and share with them where the handoffs are to. At the same time, I've built in here where they're going to touch Kinetic, where they go into Kinetic and enter information or go to Kinetic to get information. So this there's another vein of Kinetic running through this life of a project for us that really helps us be more efficient. One last comment I had too about using Kinetic is it helps us be more scalable, right? From an operations perspective. Since 2007, we've grown our annual DIRTT sales from $300,000 to over $10 million in 2015. And we realized that the original techniques that we used to use to manage our workload are just too cumbersome on a larger scale. And that's where Kinetic comes in. At least not without experiencing burnout for the employees and having lost people to overload is pretty costly, right? Without these efficiencies that Kinetic brings, I truly believe that we would remain stagnant at Elements and in Denver, and our ability to handle the larger sales volumes that we're experiencing from an operations perspective, and our employees would become too frustrated and overloaded to enjoy the benefits of the success, and that's why we're committed to working in this new way with Kinetic. Thanks, Jake. Yeah.
Wow.